Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to February's Coffee with Coach. Oh my God, I'm so excited to see you guys here. As you come in, please say hi. I love saying hi to you directly. Okay, as per usual, we're going to kick off this month's Coffee with Coach where we are talking all about like, is it loud out there? Is it everything or is it me? It's very challenging. When there's a lot going on out in the world, it can be challenging to run a business. So we're going to take that head on today. I'm excited to do that with you guys. Let's get you guys making money regardless of what's going on in the world, right? Because what we do know is when there's more money in the hands of more women, things go better. So let's focus in on that this month. Yeah. We're just going to just give me 30 minutes with you and let's change the trajectory of your business in this month. Yeah. I think you deserve that. So we'll be covering a lot today. I definitely want you to have a journal and a pen because we are about to change up your business. Plus, we have some fun announcements coming up. You guys know in February, what does Sarah love more than anything? Money in the hands of women. Yeah, baby. I might have a couple of announcements about that coming up. So excited. Okay, let's pull this card, you guys. This is what we're looking at for February. Make sure you all come say hi as you pop in. Shut the front door. You guys, I swear. I swear I don't rig these. You guys are not going to believe me after this. You're going to be like, she lies. No, I swear. You guys, I pulled, can you see it? Oh, come on, focus. I pulled Cupid. You can't make this up, right? Like what? What is happening? All right. So from the angels, we get this message. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Boy, is this perfect for what we're about to cover in your business today. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance. Oh, that's really sweet for me right now. Okay. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. You guys, I die dead. Oh my God, so good. All right. Now, one other thing that just happened, because it's the first Monday of the month. So I just got into my office, right? And I have one of those really adorable calendars, that you like pull off every day and there's like a cute phrase or whatever. I have a client who's been a client for like 5 of her. And the last week of December every year, she sends me one of these and I loved it. Anyway, so I just pulled off again. I don't know if you can read it. Come on, focus. For February. Do you like the lips? Are you kidding? The lips on my nails? I die. Okay, so February, let's see. I wanted to read this to you guys as we kick off this coffee with Coach, where we are talking about how to market and how to make money when the world is really loud. It's really important to know how to do this, right? I see you guys. Come say hi. Come say hi. All right. So, love is everywhere this month, which is absolutely delightful. I look beyond romance, however, and see how I can better love my fellow humans. This is all, I just couldn't believe it. Like I wrote and prepared today's lesson for Coffee with Coach, and then this happened. Anyway, so I look beyond romance and see how I can better love my fellow humans. I open my mind and heart a bit more each day, and I discover new insights, new viewpoints, and new ways to understand what's happening around me. Beautiful. As you guys say hi, I love it. I love it. Okay. As we demonstrate compassion for each other and recognize that we are all one, we move away from fear and competition into love and cooperation, and the entire world benefits. I mean, are you kidding me? You guys, I can't make this stuff up. Ah, the serendipity, the magic of the universe. I love it all. I love it all. I tell you what, am I in the middle? You guys, what? What is happening? All right, beautiful souls. So, first of all, just a quick bit of housekeeping. I really want to thank you guys for last month. I know I did not do a coffee with Coach for January. My father fell and broke his hip. And so, unbeknownst to me, I had to fly and like do a whole bunch of things and get him prepared for surgery and help take care of him after that surgery. So, coffee with Coach was just not possible last month. And, in the way things just work, it's the way it worked. And I just really appreciated all the notes and messages. You guys were wonderful. I really appreciate that. So, thank you because I am a person, as you all know, but you know what I mean. All right. So, let's talk about what's going on in the world. Okay, before we jump into, you guys come say hi. I see you here. Just say hi. It's okay. I love talking to you guys live. So here's what I want you to know. Okay. The world is loud as I'm recording this. Okay. As we're live streaming today, there's a lot going on, right? And for some people are feeling incredibly triggered. Other people are just burying their head in the sand. It's funny because it's Groundhog Day. Like, just hide, right? It's fine. It's fine. And then other people are being really performative and feeling exhausted. And, boy, do we have compassion for all of that, right? It's like it could be any one of us could be in any one of those categories at any time, right? Like we're all just human. And inside of today's Coffee with Coach, as we're looking at how you can really kind of recenter your business goals, how you can lead and sell right now without feeling gross, how you can release the idea that you have to be performative, and really start to allow what's already here to come into your life. It's really, really important. And it can sound kind of fluffy in a moment when it feels like things are off kilter. Yeah. But here's the thing, and I am not saying this to be flippant or to be lighthearted about what's happening, especially in the United States right now, but there's always something happening, right? Always, always. There's always something happening. And that awareness alone can really free us up to focus on what we're here to do. Here's what I mean by that. Let's pretend all of humanity is a body, right? Like it's one physical body. Here we are. Hello, all of humanity in a body, right? How many trillions of cells right, are in the body? And every single cell has a job. Every single cell is critical to the functioning of the human body, right? So if humanity is a body and each one of us is critical, or we wouldn't be here, right? What does the body do when a cell is no longer needed? It kills it, right? Like we're done, you're out, bye, no longer needed. So I'm going to argue if you are here on planet Earth, you are a cell that is needed in the body of humanity. Now, what's so important to just keep this in the backdrop while we're talking today, because this is a really important Coffee with Coach. I think if you really take this lesson to heart today, you can really change the trajectory of your business forever and maybe even the trajectory of your life and how you love other people, which I think is critical. You can't sell without love. You can, but it won't go well, right? You know what I'm talking about, especially if you're with me. If I'm your coach and you're watching Coffee with Coach with me, you love your people, you love what you do, you're here for a reason, yeah? So we're going to have this idea of the human body, right? The human collective humanity as a body, right? And you're a cell that's needed. What we have to understand is when there is an infection, which some people could assert is happening right now, there is an infection. Something is going on that does not support the full body of humanity, right? Something's happening, something's going wayward that is not okay. Right? We can sort of see that. That happens in the body all the time. You can cut your finger. It's like, crap, there's a whole bunch of stuff getting in there. You have to have surgery. My dad fell and broke his hip, right? Like that's got to get addressed. Okay, we got to address that. For the body to function properly, that needs to be addressed. But here's what doesn't happen, right? The brain cells don't suddenly turn into immune cells and start attacking the infection. Like that doesn't work because if that happens, then what's running the circulatory system, right? Like what's running thoughts? What's telling the heart to beat? What's telling the lungs to breathe? Like that can't work. We can't start doing things that aren't our job without harming the collective again. Does this make sense? What we have to do is trust that the immune system is going to kick in and do what it needs to do. We have to trust that all those white blood cells are going to go to the site and do their job. But if the heart cells run over there and start attacking the infected, we're going to die. You have to do your job here. And I mean that. Right? I say this joke all the time when I'm working with you guys live like this. I'll say, if everyone was a heart surgeon, who do you call when your house is on fire? Like we'd be in so much trouble. It's like if everyone was a school teacher, what do we do when there's a flood, right? It's like, wait a minute. I was watching it, here on the East Coast, we have just been pummeled with snow. It's so nice to actually have a winter again where there's snow on the ground. What a concept, right? But I was I had to drive on the highway yesterday, and I was looking at the incredible amount of coordination and help and support and preparation that had to line up in order for me to be driving on that highway safely. Dry streets, looking at the beautiful snow. Right. Do you know how much work that took? I didn't do it, but I benefit from it. Right. And when I do things like that, I'm doing this for free. I don't know who's going to benefit from this, but this is my job. This is what I show up and do. Just like a heart cell shows up and it does its job in order to keep the entire body alive. Is this making sense? You guys, you have to understand In this performative BS, right, that's happened lately, and I'm gonna call it that, and I've participated in it too, right? Like, oh my God, and none of us were immune from it. It just sort of kicked in and we were all like, what do we do? What do we do? Right? It's very normal for us to do that. And what I want to do is help us come back home and really support the whole human body, meaning all of humanity, right? The whole human body is that in order for us to actually support what's happening, we need to show up even more and do our job even better with more focus and with more grounding. And, I had a client reach out to me this morning over Voxer. I love when people do this. It makes me so happy. She's so wonderful. I love this. Well, I love all my clients, right? But really, there is a sensitivity and a sweetness in this client that just warms my heart. And she left me a Voxer and she said, how is anyone supposed to feel safe right now? And it just, oh, I just felt that. You guys know that feeling. You're like, oh, it could be the snowstorm. It could be the politics. It could be you had a fight with your spouse. Like, you know what I mean? Like your sister called and she was like crazy, right? And you're like, how am I supposed to feel safe right now? Right? We've all had that feeling. And I just loved the humility and the decency with which she asked this question of just really genuinely, how are we supposed to feel safe right now? And, my answer to her was this, is that, I talk a lot about trusting people. We can't trust other people. I mean, we love them, right? Like, but we're all fallible, right? We're all humans bouncing around doing the best that we can, right? But we're all fallible. So we actually kind of can't trust other people, right? But what we can do is trust ourselves to make the best decisions. We can trust ourselves to know who to hang out with. We can trust ourselves to know what our jobs are here on planet Earth and show up and actually do them. We can trust ourselves to do that. That we can trust. And that trust will allow us to be in relationships with people we can be in relationships with. That trust, the internal trust, that allows us to create, that allows us to spend, that allows us to know what to do next, is that internal trust. Safety is much the same way, right? We can't be safe in this world. Like, let's just be honest about that, right? Like any of us could get hit by a bus tomorrow. That's like a fallacy. This idea we love as humans to pretend that we can predict the future. We can't. COVID, always my favorite example, right? There was Tuesday was one way, Wednesday was not that way. Right? Like we can't predict that. We don't know when that's going to happen or what's going to happen, right? And we don't like that. So we keep ourselves in a rut in order to feel safe. But what if that rut isn't really safe? But because we're used to it, it feels safe, right? The nervous system does not know the difference between massive success or safety. It just knows safety. It doesn't care. It just wants to keep us safe. So we can get ourselves in a rut because it's familiar, in the rut of, okay, I'll launch this, but it's not really going to work. Ugh, I always have the idea to write the book, but I'm not really going to do it. Who do I think I am? These things that we do, that actually feels safe to your nervous system. It knows that. So it keeps it in play because it's safe. So our job in searching for safety is to actually rewire the nervous system to understand when we're actually safe. And when we're actually safe, like the paradox of this whole thing, right, is that we're actually safe when we're trusting. What? Walton? What? I know you just kind of went, "Where?" But I bet there's a truth of that that sort of just landed in your heart a little bit. You went, oh. When there is certainty, right, which is what the nervous system is trying to do by predict the future. It's trying to create certainty, right? But the certainty can't really be there. And we know that. So we just keep trying. Not going to work. When there is certainty in something like this phrase, the universe is so ready to support me. It's just waiting. It's just waiting for you. It's like, whenever you're ready, baby, I'm here. I got you. And for some of you, that belief is going to be in God, right? Or your higher self or the universe at large. Or this idea that everything that happens is always to move humanity and goodness forward. It doesn't mean it's comfortable, right? I watched my dad heal his hip. It freaking hurt to heal. How weird is that? Like he had to go through pain to get better. What a great analogy for us to understand that maybe maybe pain isn't bad. Oh shit. Like, whoa. If that's true, what do we know for sure? How can we be certain? We can be certain that the universe is here ready to support us. And in that peace, in that calm, in that regulated nervous system, the next step becomes obvious. It sounds very easy for me to say that, I know, because you guys listen. I wrote the money mindset course when I was in a state of panic like you would not believe. And as I got through the writing of it, which was hard for me to do, can you imagine? That was me healing, right? I'm healing and creating that course. Then I get to the end. I'm actually in a totally different place financially, completely different. And it wasn't because I sold the course, it's because other things in my life started to shift. I had to go back and rewrite it from a place of healed. Isn't that wild? Right? It's like, oh, and then that's actually what finally got produced was me in the healed version. And then that teaching is what went out. That's what I mean by the next step is obvious, right? And it wasn't hard. The healing was work, but it was joyful work because I knew it was taking me somewhere. Is this helpful? Do you know what I'm saying? This is really important. Okay. So the first thing I promised you guys that we would learn today is how can I lead and sell when the world feels this weird? And what I want you to do right now is just sort of like take a minute. You do want to grab your journal. You guys know when I do coffee with coach, this is just like a serious teaching, right? I don't do coffee with coach and throw it out. Like this is something I prepare for you guys. I want you to take this class. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to yourselves and I want you to transform your business in February. Okay. So how can you lead and sell when the world feels wobbly? Remember that you are a heart cell, a brain cell, a bone cell, like whatever it is you're here to, maybe you're even a hair cell, right? And you don't do your job. People are bald, right? Whoa, right? You got to show up and do your job, okay? All right. If you were to tell yourself from your highest version what you're here to do, just take a minute. Just take a minute. Breathe with me. Don't freak out. Don't get into panic. Oh my God, if I say this, I have to do it all day today. No, just breathe. There's nothing for you to do in this moment. Just be here with me, okay? Be here with me in this moment and truly ask yourself, what is my role? What is my role? Let the answer come. What is my role? As you're writing your answer to that, if there is something going on in the world that starts to kind of percolate to the top, it starts to kind of bubble up, notice that. Maybe that is maybe that is your white blood cell. Sorry. Maybe that is your white blood cell job, right? You might be like, oh my gosh. I really want to make sure women who are in violence shelters have beautiful clothes. Whoa, where'd that come from? You let that happen. That's what I mean by once you're tuned into safety, which is that you're here for a reason or you wouldn't be here. That's the safety. That's the safety. You are here. Be here. Tap into the truth and notice what comes up. You know, somebody said something really interesting the other day, and I was like, whoa, it really hit me hard. And it's this idea that our paths are all here. They're all here. All of our pathways are already here, right? And when we are looking to tap into the highest version of ourselves, she's already here, right? So this is here with us now. And you're looking at her and you're saying, my role is, she's already here with you. Let her talk to you, right? My role is. And then we were talking about Einstein. I know, bear with me for a second. So all of the laws of the universe that Einstein ended up sharing with the rest of us, they already existed, right? I mean, like, that's just the way the universe runs. That was already there. Just nobody could see it. And what happened was Einstein transformed himself. He became the person. He was present enough to be the person who then saw what was hidden in plain sight. It was right there. But he turned himself into the type of person who could allow that to come through. He could allow himself to see it. Why? Because he was so present and so focused. And if you're not present and you're not focused and you're performing because you're worried about what's happening out there and you're not doing your job, you can't see what's hidden in plain sight for you to see for you. That is so powerful. Like, do you get how profound that is? Like your path is already here, just like the laws of the universe were already here, but no one else could see them. And all he did was turn himself into someone who was ready to allow that to be seen. And there it was, right there in plain sight. Oh, there it is. Oh, yep. And then that works. And then, oh my God, look at all this stuff. Look at this. And now we are able to do everything we're able to do now because he transformed himself into someone who could allow that vision to come through. And by vision, I don't mean like a godlike prophet like vision, but like it was there. He just couldn't see it. And then suddenly he could. Did the laws change? No. The person viewing the laws changed. That's how you feel safe, is you go inward and say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to allow the path I'm here to walk to come out. I'm ready to see it. It's already here. The laws of the universe already here, right? So it's already here. Who do I need to be? What is my role? Ask these questions. Come home. That's how you're going to bump into exactly what you're here to do. And again, if there is a cause in the world that you are called to meet, it will come through that way. It won't come through this. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Why? Why can't it come through that? Who knows? Do you guys know the answer to that? Why can't the solution come through that energy? Because you cannot solve a problem with the same energy that created the problem. I mean, true or true, we've known this forever, right? Like when I say that, you go, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? If you're panicked and running around, you can't solve the energy. I mean, you can't solve the problem with that energy. It's kind of like I remember do you guys remember this in like second grade? Stop, drop, and roll. Do you remember that? Like if you are on fire, the energy of the fire is, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, right? And you run around, right? That's the energy of fire. Oh my God, oh my God. It just is. That's the energy of fire, right? And you can't put out fire with that energy. In fact, that actually fuels more of the fire, right? So what do they drill into us? Is a completely different energy. Stop, stop, drop, roll. Totally different energy. And that's how you solve that problem. You don't solve that problem with the same energy that caused the problem. That will make the problem worse. So when you're sitting here as a business owner and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and you're scrolling, right? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my. You're supposed to tap into what we said February was for, love and compassion. The more I understand and love others, the more that understanding and love returns to me. As we demonstrate compassion for each other and recognize that we are all one, we move away from fear and competition into love and cooperation. And the entire world benefits. Come home to you, right? It's time to come back. You're already safe. It doesn't feel that way, I know. But the only way to safety is to stop, drop, and roll. Be here now. Stop. Drop the phone. Roll into your own vision. Okay? Because running around, screaming and yelling increases the fire. We need you to do what you, as the cell inside humanity, was designed to do, or we don't work right. We get worse. We get more sick. There's more of an infection. Things are not handled properly because we're all trying to run over. Have you guys ever watched? Sorry, this vision just came to me as I was talking to you guys. Have you guys ever watched little kids play soccer? It's hilarious, right? They're adorable. Do we love them? They're so cute, right? But like the ball goes here, every single player goes to that ball, and then the ball goes there, and then every single player goes, right? And nothing can happen, right? Because there's 85 kids in every area, right? There's no opening. There's nowhere for the ball to go. There's no way to kick in a goal, right? Because people are not in their positions. In order for that game to work well, people have to be in their positions, in their open positions, not where everybody else is. That doesn't do anything. That just makes it confusing, and it makes it impossible for the ball to go where the ball's supposed to go. Make sense? That's what we're doing when we run around like crazy people acting like we have it all. I know this cause. I know that cause. I'm doing this. We can't all do that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, all that's done is made a whole lot of noise, which is like running around when you're on fire. What we need is centered, calm, decisive, clear actions from everybody's individual path. Stand in your position and be prepared for the ball. Know who's around you, know what's happening, know your job. Do it well, and that's how we win. We don't win if everybody's going towards the same thing every time. Does that make sense? You can kind of feel the truth of that land, right? Ooh, I just felt someone really get that. Awesome. Way to go. All right, you guys, as you're here, as I always say, please say hi. I love when you guys say hi because I love knowing who's out there because I can't see you guys. Maybe I have to fix that. All right. So that's how you lead and that's how you sell. You stand in your position. You stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Drop your freaking phone, your weapon of mass distraction, and roll into your own causes. Roll into what you're here to do. Roll into your role here on planet Earth. Okay. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is not being performative in the face of this. It's quite challenging, right? But the best way to not be performative or to not have your goals kind of be distracted or recentered based on what other people are doing or what's happening in the world, right? Is every morning, and you guys know every coach is going to tell you that your morning is where you have all the control. I know you want to roll your eyes. I know, but can we just be scientific about this for a hot second? Like going back to the nervous system and how it's designed to keep you safe, and it keeps you safe by repeating what it knows, right? And what it knows may be poverty. What it knows might be I suck at everything I do. What it knows might be I'm never going to get this right. What it knows might be every time I make money, I spend it. That might be what it knows. You need to know that, right? Because if that's what makes your nervous system feel safe, it's time to rewire that and give yourself some space by standing in your position to be safe in your position, not safe in what the nervous system has known from the past, but to be safe in your position now. Yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. So what we're going to do here is actually every morning, you're going to stop the normal thoughts. Okay. How do we do that? Right. Well, you know this, right? If you have the thought today's going to suck, what? Hello, right? By the time you've had your 18th cup of coffee, you're like, see, today sucks, right? If you start it with, oh, today sucked. Whoa. That's interesting. I thought that yesterday. Funny conversation to be having on Groundhog's Day. I had that thought yesterday. And I know how yesterday turned out. I wonder if I think something different, what would happen? What if I think today's going to be really surprising and fun? And then you bump into this video. Whoa, different day from yesterday, right? You didn't have this message yesterday. You didn't have this way of looking at the world yesterday. Ooh. Well, I wonder what's going to happen today. That's delicious. What if I am constantly surprised today by the exact messages I need to hear landing when I didn't even know I was going to run into them? And whoever just bumped into this video accidentally, that's not an accident. You're starting to see your path. My video was already here. The laws of the universe are already here. You're turning yourself into someone who can see them now. You're turning yourself into someone who lands on this video because it's what you needed to hear right in this moment. You are changing. And you change, right? Not because there's something wrong with you, but so that you can hold more, so that you can see the laws of the universe that are already here that Einstein couldn't see. Focus and presence, boom, now he can see. That's you. All the stuff that's here for you is already here. You just can't see it because your capacity is full. So we need to rewire those thoughts that are coming in so your nervous system can relax into success and see wealth is safe. Telling the truth is safe. Showing all of me is safe. Not caring what anyone else thinks is safe. Not taking on my parents' beliefs about money and wealth and who wealthy people are, all those things, right? Not taking that on is safe. I am safe in living my own role. I am safe in being the cell of humanity that I was designed to be. I am here for this specific role. I got it. That's safe. And that the more you step into that, the more starts to become visible. Just like Einstein, he got that one inkling and then it was like, oh my gosh, look at all these laws. Look at all of them. They just, they were here the whole time. Who are you being in the face of what's hidden in plain sight? That will tell you what your best next step is. You need to be able to increase your capacity by telling yourself where you're safe, by owning your role and by stepping into the power of that role and not shirking the responsibility of that role, right? Because you're worried about what other people might think. Other people's opinions bear no weight in your life. They don't. They just don't. Some kid in Omaha, Nebraska right now might sit in his parents' basement like, who the hell is this chick? That makes no difference in my life. None whatsoever. I'm the one living this life. I'm the one who wakes up in this house. I'm the one who wakes up and coaches my clients. I'm the one who wakes up and leads the Abundance Academy. That's on me. Anybody's opinion about that does not affect that. Does that make sense? That's how you recenter your goals so that they're based on you and you're not being performative at all. You're just showing up as yourself. Yeah? Okay. I want to know if that's helpful. You guys let me know. Okay. One other thing I want to talk about real quick is marketing right now. Again, I want you to come home into your own role and I want you to think about what the best, highest version of you needs to say in the world right now. That's your marketing. That's your marketing. And for me, right now, what I want you to know, the best thing I can tell you right now is we need more money in the hands of more women. We need women being comfortable being wealthy. We need women who just step into their wealth and they're like, yup, this is where I'm safe. This is who I am. This is me being the cell of humanity. That's what I'm here to say, right? You need to figure out what you are here to say. What is your download when you're still? What comes up for you when you allow yourself to slow down enough to recognize your job here on planet Earth? What is your role inside this body of humanity? And from there, the marketing just falls right out. It's glorious. It is so beautiful. And that leads me to, you guys, starting on Valentine's Day, this is all free. This is all me being my role, my cell in the body of humanity, is I'm hosting a 3-day intensive called the Wealthy CEO Intensive. I've completely rewritten it. I hosted it last year around Valentine's Day, and this year I have completely rewritten it. We are going to be doing something so extraordinary in this 3-day intensive. It's just 1 hour a day over President's Day weekend. And I did that on purpose. One, it's on Valentine's Day because I want you to feel the love and the joy and the beauty inside of wealth. I want you to step into that and own it as your birthright, as your cell functioning in the body of humanity, right? Wealth is part of that, right? Look at an orange tree. It's so wealthy. It's just doing its job and it just creates, God, I love orange juice, don't you? Right? Like it just creates an extraordinary wealth. That's us. And so I want to teach you inside this 3-day intensive. You can sign up right here. It's totally free. I just dropped the link. It's totally free. You guys, I want you to come in here and learn how to feel safe being wealthy. That's what the Wealthy CEO Intensive is about. And you're going to do 1 hour. You're going to gift yourself 1 hour every day of President's Day weekend to step into your true wealth, to step into your true power, to understand your role in this body of humanity and how much we need you. It is time for you to own your greatness. It is time for you to stop, drop your phone, and roll into the role you were here. You were designed to do, the role that you were put here to perform for the rest of us and for yourself. Does that make sense? All right, you guys, I love you to bits. Happy February. I will see you inside the CEO Intensive. That's Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, and then Sunday the 15th and Monday the 16th. I'm going live for 1 hour to teach you. You do have to sign up in order to get in, but it's free. I'll go live at 11 a.m. Eastern. So you can ask live questions. You can do real work with me. We're going to have a blast. It is going to be so intense in such a beautiful, good, calm, safe way. You're going to love it. I cannot wait to see you there. And then I will be back here the first Monday in March for Coffee with Coach in March. All right, you guys, I love you to bits. Bye.